Be the change you wish to see in the world. These powerful words from Mahatma Gandhi have been repeated across generations, and for good reason. They carry a deep message of personal responsibility and transformation. But just like every powerful idea, this quote can also be seen from two very different angles. On one side, it is a call to action, a reminder that change begins with us. On the other side, it can feel like a heavy burden, even an unrealistic expectation, because not all change is within our control. Today, let's explore both sides of this famous quote and see where you stand. When Gandhi said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world," he was challenging us to look inward before pointing outward. Most of the time, we want society to change. We want governments to change. We want people to change. We say things like, the world would be better if people were kinder, or life would be easier if there was less corruption, or things would improve if others took more responsibility. But Gandhi flips a mirror on us and says, stop waiting for someone else to do it. If you want kindness, be kind first. If you want honesty, live with integrity. If you want peace, stop spreading hate and start living peacefully. It is simple, but it is powerful. History shows us that true movements often begin with one person. Think about Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, or even Malala Yousafzai. They didn't wait for someone else to model change. They embodied it. Their lives became the very example of what they wanted the world to look like. And because they lived it, people followed. This is the strength of Gandhi's message. It reminds us that change starts with one person, and that one person can be you. When you take responsibility for change, you realize you don't need to fix the entire world at once. You just need to create ripples. A simple act of kindness can inspire kindness in someone else. A commitment to discipline in your personal life can inspire discipline in others. When you improve yourself, your family benefits. When your family grows stronger, your community becomes stronger. And when communities rise, nations rise. It all begins at the individual level. In this sense, Gandhi's words are absolutely correct. Be the change you wish to see in the world, because the world is often a reflection of who we are. But here's the other side of the sword. Sometimes, this quote feels like it places too much of the world's problems on individual shoulders. If the world is full of injustice, can one person's honesty really fix it? If the system is broken, can my personal discipline really shift it? Many people argue that it is unfair to tell individuals to carry the weight of change when the bigger problems come from governments, corporations, and systems far beyond our control. Think about it. You can be as peaceful as you want, but it will not stop wars from happening across the globe. You can live with complete honesty, but that does not automatically erase corruption in politics. You can recycle every piece of plastic you use, but it will not suddenly end climate change when industries pollute on a massive scale. This is where Gandhi's quote can feel incomplete. It risks making people believe that if the world is broken, it's simply because we as individuals are not doing enough. But sometimes the truth is that some changes require collective effort, laws, policies, and large-scale action that no single person can achieve alone. There is also another danger. Some people take this quote and turn it inward in an unhealthy way. They think, if my life isn't perfect, it must be my fault. I am not enough of the change. That kind of pressure can create guilt and frustration. It can make you feel powerless, as though no matter how much good you do, the world is still drowning in problems. So maybe it wasn't worth it to try. That is where this advice, if misunderstood, can become discouraging instead of empowering. So how do we balance these two truths? The answer lies in perspective. Yes, you may not be able to change everything in the world, but you can change something. Your actions might not erase all corruption, but they can inspire integrity in your circle. Your kindness may not stop every act of hatred, but it can heal one person's heart. Your effort might not end climate change, but it can set an example that influences others to act. You might not carry the whole burden, but you can carry your share. Change is not about doing everything. It's about doing your part. In the end, Gandhi's quote is both powerful and imperfect. Be the change you wish to see in the world is true because personal transformation creates influence, and influence creates movements. But it can also be misleading if you interpret it as meaning the entire weight of global change is on your shoulders. The real wisdom lies in balance. Take responsibility for what you can control, but also work with others to create the bigger change you want to see. So I'll leave you with this question. When you hear Gandhi's words, you feel inspired to take responsibility, or do you feel the weight of unrealistic expectation? Do you believe one person truly can spark change in the world? Or do you believe lasting change requires more than individual effort? Share your thoughts, because your perspective may be the very spark that shifts how others see the world.